Hey, hey, this is Scott. Hope you're doing well. And I was wanting to share another video. So, the way this started was really kind of is an experiment, but there's been enough interest that I've decided I'm going to go ahead and make a playlist for um, professionals that want to enter into the business analytics field. And so, I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover a lot of different things. Hopefully, you've catch the first three videos, but for the next several videos, I'm actually going to follow a methodology, and essentially, I'm going to go through why I think it's important to cover certain topics in analytics. And with that, let me show you what I'm going to do. All right, so I've written 3 books on analytics. And so I'm not going to cover everything, obviously, because this is certainly for the business analytics professional. But I'm going to cover some topics that I think are important to most professionals entering into the field. So yeah, and I'll give you my perspective. I've been doing this a long time, and so we'll go from there. And kudos to my friend Ken Shook. This uh, GIF or video or image file came from him. So, and what I mean to do is cover, or let me just back up a little bit. So the first book is all about literacy. There's too much hype, too many terms that are floating around there for what analytics means, what it doesn't mean, etc. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. And that was kind of the foundations. The whole thing here is what foundations the analytics professional needs to know. So the first one is literacy. Can you speak the language? Do you know the difference between hype and reality? The difference between statistics, machine learning, visual business intelligence, BI, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to go through that at a very high level. And then part 2 is what structure should organizations have? So we'll cover a little bit about the culture and how organizations are arranged, because you should be asking those questions when you go into an interview. And then from there, we'll go into data infrastructure, everything from traditional on-premise data structure to cloud, etc. Data mesh, data as a service, data as a solution, etc. And then we'll move from there into more of the applications, which is the third book. And I've covered a little bit of all 3 of these in the first videos that I've covered. So anyway, that's where we're headed. And so we're going to start with this. Again, this is foundations, and this is about clearing up the language and the hype. And I'll give you my perspective of that. I'm going to make these very short. I guess my attention span has gone down over the years. So I like to keep these in 10 to 12 minute range, and we'll go from there. So again, this is the book title and really kind of what we're going to cover. Why AI, big data, data science? Because you really have to speak to a lot of different little verticals, right, within the field. And so really those are kind of some of the key terms, at least when I'm putting this together in 2020. And so that's what it's going to cover in essence. I think I'm just going to actually break this up. That kind of sets the stage. I guess maybe I could go into table of contents real quick on what I want to cover in these first few videos. Hang on, give me just a second. Man. My recording feature. I'll tell you what, let me do this because now on my screen, I'm not showing what you're seeing. I don't think. I think you're seeing, you're continuing to see my PowerPoint. I'm not sure why it's not showing my whole window. But anyway, that's probably okay. So that sets the stage. That's going to be where we're headed. The next video, again, will be very short. I'm going to go through kind of the table of contents and what I'm going to cover in that first third of this intention of coverage. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. And I wish you the best. We'll see you very soon.